Welcome back, multifamily investors. Hey, it's Brandon, and I'm back. I took the week off because Rebecca was on vacation, and I didn't want her to have to do videos. And I was out of town yesterday, so I'm jumping back into it. I may be a little rusty, but let's see what we have happening here in multifamily. We have 9 new listings that came on yesterday, and the last 24 hours, and 4 that went pending. So that's a good positive gain of supply by 5 in the area. We've got a couple duplexes here and a triplex, not a lot, and then a couple seller finance multifamily that I know people like to look at. Although those opportunities don't always pencil out to be very good deals. So we have 2 back-to-back, looks like, on the same street, side by side, I should say. Duplexes in Port Orchard just came on. Always rented, of course, with a rent guarantee from Kitsap Residences. So it's on a subsidized housing thing. $13.79 doesn't sound like a market level rent for a 900 square foot 2-bed unit. On septic in the 70s. So without even looking at any pictures, again, if you're going to look at this, sometimes there's only one picture. Just assume 70s. They're getting $13.79. It's probably in the same condition it was since it was built. Hopefully not trash, but most likely it's not updated at all. New development under construction in the neighborhood. Not a lot of information here from this agent, but we'll take a look. So it looks like you get a lot of debris on the roof from the trees nearby. This is just your traditional, those 70s Rambler style side-by-side duplex. Big yard. So it looks like it needs a paint job. They've probably been there a long time. They've got this AC unit hooked up in the windows, baseboard heating. Carpet looks pretty trashed. Yep, and look, this is all original since the property was built. Not a surprise. Now you do get full washer dryer in there. That's a newer water tank. That's good. Original brown cabinets, orange counters. And that's it. Good size units, 910 square feet, but $455. And this one, same thing, right? It says it's 1978, so maybe this one was built a year later. Basically the same rents. Let's take a quick look at these pictures, see if this one's in a little bit better condition. They do have garages, which is nice. Now it looks like still the same 70s cabinets. Nothing too exciting. So, you could get 4 units in Port Orchard for $900,000, which isn't terrible, but I'm sure the seller wants to sell both of these as a package, not one-offs, which would give you some leverage if you want to buy 4 units and maybe get it for under 900. That's actually not too bad on a price per unit count out there for 2-bed properties. We got one in Pierce, 730 duplex in East Tacoma. This thing better be real nice. Brand new. That's why. 2023, but that's weird why did they build a 2 1/2 and a 2 1? I'm gonna take a leap guess here that this is probably one of the nicest properties in the neighborhood. So that's something to consider. Although it's nice, brand new, won't need any capex for a long time, capital expenditures, investment. Ductless mini splits, that's nice, right? But do you want to own the nicest thing on the block? It looks like it's got it upstairs. I'm curious of why they built one as a 2-1 and one as a 2 1.5 bath. And you get stacked washer dryer, not bad. Single car garage. Not sure how the tenants would split up the yard space here. Anyway, it looks nice, but I don't know. I'd have to drive by. I know that area of East Tacoma. So let's go down to the triplex. So you can get a triplex in Tacoma, South Tacoma, like Spanaway and Parkland, for less than that brand new duplex. Oh, it's the same one. Sorry, yeah. I've done videos on this. I drew this one. I didn't recognize the address. It's back on the market again. This thing has gone on and off the market several times. So I'm not going to cover that one again. And then we have two. Oh, maybe these are the, no, I thought they might be the Port Orchard ones. We have something in Silicon, which is down in South Pierce, and one up in Bellingham, which I don't really cover Bellingham. It's just too far north, but we'll take a quick look. I have watched this one. It's interesting. I mean, it is offering seller finance. You could see what the terms are if everybody's interested. There are 3-bed, 2-bath units. It's kind of on a unique layout lot. It's kind of on a triangle. There we go. Triangle corner. So this street is military. It's a little bit busier. This one's not as busy. Obviously, you have some competitive, obviously, duplexes in the same block. But they're different. They're kind of cool. So that instead of side by side, they're kind of like back and front Rambler duplexes. So tenants on this side and tenants on this side, and they both have driveways. So I do think it's kind of cool, and that they have 2-car garages, and they're not side by side; they're back to back. I do wonder about how that affects noise, because usually on a side by side Rambler, you have the garages that separate. This, it looks like you may be, so the dining, if you flip this, I'm guessing that the dining room and kitchen, this side of the house is probably the same. So you may, I can't imagine, but maybe you have a primary bedroom on the other side like that, unless they flip the garage. So the garage is over here and then the bedroom, but you still have some more, I would think, some noise from common area, living areas there. If you get my drift. So $760 though sounds still like a lot, in my opinion, for that area. And this is the one in Bellingham, old property, 1920, so it's 103 years old. It's a 5-unit though, offering seller financing. It's on sewer. It doesn't say anything about the seller finance terms available. I'm not going to cover too much because most of my clients and viewers are not watching the Bellingham market. But those were 2 opportunities. Then there's 2 in Thurston and Olympia. Here's a similar thing, just like the Port Orchard, side by side, probably on the same street, obviously. Let's just take a quick look. So these are only 30,000 more than the ones out in Port Orchard, and they are a little bit bigger. So they're almost 1,100 square feet. If you remember, the ones in Port Orchard were 910. So these are on septic as well. Same 70s. Let's see if they've got the same. Ooh, it needs a little work. Some new flooring. At least the cabinets, I don't know, I can't tell from that picture if they look a little bit more updated or not. Yeah, I mean, you get the brown doors from the 70s, which is the same. Baseboard heating, no big surprise there. Same bathroom, pretty rough from original construction. Looks like it has older aluminum windows, black aluminum. A backyard that's going to take a lot of work to keep up to date on. Let's look at the other one. So they redid the floors at some point in this one. Those look like the original countertops and cabinets, that lovely yellow and brown. Somebody tried to do something there. That's nice. At least they put this throughout. This was obviously before the popular vinyl plank that everybody does these days, but at least it doesn't have that gross carpet in the other unit. Oh, this needs some updating too. Yep. Boy, I don't know what went on there. Original. This looks like an old water heater too. So there you have it. That's a good example. So you can get 4 units, 2 side-by-side duplexes. I wonder if it's the same owner actually that owns in Olympia and in Port Orchard, but because it's kind of a coincidence, you see 2 side-by-side Rambler duplexes available come on the market at the same time. But 4 units basically for $900 in Olympia, a little over $900, or the 4 in Port Orchard for probably under $900, like $850. I think it was they were $450 a piece, so that's basically $900 as well. But you could probably get the other ones out there for a little bit less. These probably still need a little bit of discount because the work that's needed, and they're sitting vacant. This has been updated. It says 5233 has been updated, so there wasn't any pictures of that. It's currently rented for $1,000. My gosh, So anyway, I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, doing my videos so you can track and watch inventory and see what the market is doing. If you have any questions or interest in any of these properties, you please feel free to reach out. All right. Thank you. And thanks for watching.